Hi, I'm Star Jones. Over the last 25 years, I've had the privilege of interviewing everyone who is anyone, the famous and the infamous. Really interesting people, from presidents and their first ladies to kings and queens, movie stars and pop stars, captains of industry, heads of state, sports personalities, innovative entrepreneurs, and some really cool everyday people. They've all sat down for the star treatment. Today, I'm proud to introduce you to Myrna Fischman, an accountant who triumphed over difficult circumstances to become a success in her field. Welcome, Myrna.
Glad to be here. Truly am.
What do you think is the most important lesson you've learned throughout your long career?
If you don't ask, you never learn. And I was taught that, when I was 14, I worked part-time as an assistant bookkeeper.
That's interesting because I'm about to ask you, describe your education in detail.
Well, when the time came and I had already been working and going along, my high school teachers who taught me bookkeeping encouraged me and said, you must do it. And at that time, like years ago, City College was free, provided your high school average was high enough. And my mother said to me, well, try it at night. I know you like your job, try it at night. And you like it, you can switch to the day. I loved working and I loved going to school. I got my bachelor's there and I got my master's there. I took accounting and education. I double majored.
Myrna, what would you say is your crowning achievement in your profession?
All my students, they have become partners in other accounting firms. They've been hired by the big four accounting firms. I know they met top people when they graduated. They are good.
That sounds like the answer that those born to be a teacher would give.
I'm good at it.
If you had to summarize your life's work in one word, I know this is tough, but what would that word be?
Fun. I had fun wherever I worked. I was so fortunate working with really intelligent people who would teach. I had fun. I really had fun.
It looks like you learned at every opportunity you were given to meet new people, to associate with new people. You took something from them and learned from them.
I'm a people person in a way, quietly, but yeah.
You had a good relationship with your family, but I'm curious, where do you draw your inspiration from?
Sense of humor, mother and father. My mother had been also a bookkeeper, but she knew shorthand. My handwriting, very bad. So I knew that was not for me. And I had the logic that was in bookkeeping and accounting. And you do the best you can all the time. Don't do half a job.
This is a legacy feature, and I always like to know, what would you like your legacy to be?
I do think the students who graduated, who I've taught, the people who I have encouraged to go to college, because I used to visit the high schools also, and the students who I was able to get interviewed by the large firms and hired by the large firms, and they're moving up the ladder. And to me, when they talk about college, they talk about me because I was the advisor to the Accounting Society also.
What lessons would you like to pass along to the next generation?
I used to say, use your common sense. And I had a student who said to me, how do you learn common sense? And I said, oh, that's simple. Keep your mouth shut and your ears open.
We talked about legacy, but this is a little bit different. How would you like to be remembered?
Being kind. I think that's really the definition of me.
And what would you say being a marquee who's who listee means to you?
Well, again, it's none of the fun things in my life. Of course, there's somebody there we talk with, Mindy, and she's given me good advice along the way for certain things. And people get very impressed. It's great. It really is great. And I mentioned to them I was going to be interviewed by you. Very impressed. So I feel myself really, again, very fortunate. I really am a very fortunate person. I'm ahead of the game. And I guess I'll have my sense of humor.
You have your health, you have your hope.
Yes, I do. I do.
Thank you so very much, Myrna. It was such a pleasure talking to you, and I'm glad you sat down for the Star treatment. I'm Star Jones for Marquee Who's Who, profiling the leaders of American society, men and women who are contributing to our nation's development and achievement. Stay tuned to this channel for more interesting features on truly exceptional people.